every day, one by one, I'm gonna try every recipe of Laura, starting from the very beginning. Come, join me on my challenge. Let's go! Hi everyone! I know, hard to believe we're here again, right? 150 new recipes and counting. Who could have known? When I started this challenge of mine of trying a new recipe every single day, well, whenever I am somewhere close to the kitchen anyways, it was just me and this enthusiastic wish I had to improve my skills in the kitchen, well, of course, as well as trying out new recipes and dishes, because Laura just infected me with her enthusiasm. But now I feel we've created this community of people who are as enthusiastic, as excited about food and trying out new recipes, which is so fun, especially because I learned you are as crazy Laura fans as I am, and I love that now we're discussing not only my experiments in the kitchen, my fails and successes and whatnot, but we're from time to time having those little girl gossip moments when we talk about Laura as well, which is pretty stalkerish if you ask me, but it's always nice to know you're not the only one. And I love this bonding with you feeling, because I feel like I've actually found new friends all over the world, and as we never really met in person, it's so humbling for me to receive so much kindness and sweetness and support from you. As with everything, there are these days when it does get harder, and then reading your heartwarming comments just fuels me up and motivates me to, well, just keep on going, because all in all, this is the most fun project I've ever had in my life, and it is so nice to share this journey with all of you. So a big thank you to all of you out there for all the support and the comments. I appreciate all of them so much. So now, as I've tried yet another 30 new recipes, let's go over them and let's see what stood out the most. As unexpected as it may be, the biggest discovery for me were zucchini fritters. Who could have known that you could make pancakes with such ingredients and in such way? If you've made simple flour pancakes all your life, while making these ones, your eyebrow unwillingly will be rising up, as you won't be able to understand what in the world you're making. But with the first bite, you fall in love with them. Even before that, as you can see green specks of zucchini peeking through in the pancake, and it looks so fresh and fun and healthy. And they are so amazingly tasty that you just cannot stop yourself until the plate is empty. And if you didn't know what's inside, you'd never guess that it's with zucchini. So all in all, this is an unexpected and very interesting dish which leaves you wondering and wanting more, which is why I already recreated this recipe a few times. So the next time you have some zucchini in your kitchen, please try this recipe. You'll be surprised how you could live without these pancakes. Anyone who saw me try that recipe will know that there's only one winner in this category: avocado and tomato salad. Granted, it's all because of finding an avocado and then trying it for the first time in my life, but I had so much fun while doing that I just cannot pick any other recipe because of this reason. If you've never had an avocado in your hand, then preparing it to be eaten comes like a game to you. All that special cutting and twisting and then finding this huge toy-like stone inside. I think we can all agree that my inner child was fully out that day and was having loads and loads of fun. and the taste of the salad is so good. So few ingredients, so easy to prepare it, so quick, and best of all, you can enjoy the amazingness right away. I know I'll be making this salad a lot in Lithuania as avocados here are so much cheaper. Yum, yum, yum. So here I'll choose another salad as it was against 3 very tasty and beautiful looking desserts, and whenever that happens I feel like if a salad or a savory dish in general is able to compete with a dessert, then it should win, shouldn't it? I mean, if a salad stands next to a beautiful cake, shouldn't the salad win? So I was looking at strawberry shortcake, pineapple upside down cake, and cheesecake, and was wondering which one looks the fanciest when I remembered the arugula and endive salad. This is by far one of the fanciest looking salads I saw in my life. When you look at it, you cannot stop yourself from thinking that it must have taken so much time to prepare it, as it's so nicely arranged and you can see pretty fancy looking ingredients. But the truth is, you can make it in a matter of a couple of minutes. Apart from the sauce, everything else is simply arranging, which is actually really quick to do. The only minus I could see here is the blue cheese, which I'm still not the biggest fan of, but it's easy just to omit it or substitute it with some other cheese, and if you like it, you'll go crazy about it because your friend who doesn't like the cheese will be giving you his or her pieces, and be sure that friend will still be eating that salad because it's so good. And it's so easy to pick out those pieces of blue cheese, which is exactly what I did. I know I'll be recreating it when we have some guests over because it's really impressive, really quick and easy, and most of all, no matter your relationship with the blue cheese, super duper tasty. Oh, this was such a hard one this time, only because I feel like I've tried such beautiful looking desserts. And quite many of them. I feel like it'll be very subjective as beauty is something that everyone understands differently. And all the recipes that I picked out for this category were all so beautiful. I feel like they're all pretty close to each other for being the winner. So again, I looked at the beautiful strawberry cake, which was the first beauty I tried in this last 13 new recipes period. Everyone was so impressed with it, and it was honestly very hard to cut into it as it looked so beautiful. And by the way, it tastes amazing. Then there was the pineapple upside down cake, which, oh come on, could you ever believe you could do something like that at home? I've never even heard of such a cake, so once I saw the end result popping out from the pan, I was stunned. Such an easy and quick recipe, yet so amazing and impressive in the end. My hubby was all over this one. And then my last masterpiece, the cheesecake, which I won't talk too much about right now as I will do that in just a second as a winner in the next category. But in the end, when I was looking at strawberry shortcake, there was something that made me smile. It looks so cute that it's hard not to speak in a squeaky voice while seeing it. And you'd never expect such a dessert when you look at all of the components while assembling it. For me personally, it exceeded all expectations. Not that I had too many, as I didn't really know what the dessert is before trying it for the first time, but when I saw the end result, oh my goodness, it's just so cute and adorable that seriously, you just don't know what to do with yourself. I love that it's more of a tart dessert, while the strawberry cake is definitely a sweet one. The scone of the shortcake is very mild in flavor. The strawberry filling is also quite tart, and as I didn't put sugar in the whipping cream, all in all I got a pretty tart dessert, which I absolutely loved. It's super pretty to look at. Actually, it's something what you'd expect in a restaurant. Kinda way too fancy for being homemade. And it's very delicious. cannot imagine who wouldn't be impressed to see something like that served to them. And here comes my biggest wow, the cheesecake. It lasted not more, not less, exactly 1 day, as it was devoured and people were left craving for more. Everyone wanted a piece of it, and it's easily understandable. This is one amazing cheesecake. Not only it looks too pretty to even touch it, but it tastes so good that actually any coffee shop could easily sell it as a legit cheesecake. I absolutely loved it, and every single person who saw and tried it was stunned that this was made at home. If you want to impress someone, or if you want to taste how a homemade fresh cheesecake tastes like, I'd definitely suggest starting with this recipe, as it's ridiculously easy to do. Be warned though, you'll need to work on your patience skills while you leave the cheesecake overnight to cool and set in the fridge. But once you proudly wake up the next day and finish topping it, you'll have the most satisfying piece of cheesecake in your life. Amazing, amazing recipe deserving a loud round of applause. Oh, this one is so good, like crazy. Cannot stop eating and smelling and looking at it good. It's roasted pepper and mushroom panini. So I'm a carnivore. I love all the meat dishes, and usually dishes that have no meat of any kind in them are not fully satisfying for me. I just need meat. But this one, my friends, you won't even remember the meat. It's so luscious, so juicy, so full of flavor that you will feel sorry you made just 2 or just 4 paninis. They are so crazy good that while actually telling now you about them, I'm not thinking of quickly running to the shop for the ingredients and making them again. And don't be discouraged if you don't have a panini press. Just watch the episode where I tried this recipe and you'll see that it's completely doable without any fancy machinery. Yum yum yum. This one is a must try. So this is one of my favorite categories, yet every single time I feel somewhat shy about it as well, as I feel such a eater. This time I had quite a lot of dishes when I just couldn't hold my fingers off of them, but one in particular showed my greedy side even more so than the others, and it was oatmeal butterscotch cookies. I believe it was one of the most time-consuming recipes I've tried this time, only because I didn't have butterscotch chips and used candies instead of them in such hot weather that everything kept melting and sticking back together. But even knowing all that, I do that all over again because these cookies were so meant for me that I don't even know how else to explain that. They are chewy, yet crunchy, and oh so gooey because of that candy melting action. Oh my gosh, I can faint only while remembering them. It was something that had total control over me. They were so shiny and inviting. You couldn't just pass by them and not take one. I should be really careful with these ones, but oh my goodness, am I happy I had the chance to meet them. I instantly thought of 2 recipes, but as I already talked about the amazing, mouth-watering roasted pepper and mushroom panini, I'll go right to basic beef burger. From the amount of ingredients and the simplicity of this recipe, you would never expect it to be that good. But let me just tell you, once you bite into that juicy burger, you'll close your eyes so that you could fully enjoy that rich flavor of one bite. I remember thinking, It's as if there are lots of additives, you know, like those different kinds of yeast they put into food to make it smell better, taste more flavorful than it really is, and in general hook you up on that food. Because you feel like eating a McDonald's burger. It's so good, but at the same time, you know, it's so bad for you. So that's exactly the feeling. This beef burger is so good that you instantly start thinking, if it can be good to you. And the crazy thing is, I think it actually is good and healthy, as you don't use any mayo or ketchup, just the meat and some condiments like tomatoes, onion, and some greens. Amazingly surprising recipe, which if you like burgers, you have to give this one a try. An absolute treat, that's what it is. The first one is Laura's pizza dough. We were feeling like pizza quite often during the past period of time, and I kept making them. I didn't follow any particular recipe for the sauce or the toppings. This pizza for me is a great recipe for cleaning out the fridge. You just throw whatever you have in your fridge, especially little quantities of different kinds of leftovers, and I believe the more the better. And in the end you get this super yummy pizza, different every time. I think I got hooked up on trying something new every single time, as I seem to enjoy doing something different every single time. But in any case, if you feel like pizza, I highly recommend Laura's pizza dough recipe, as it's quick and easy to make, not forgetting that it's still a dough with yeast, so you will have to let it rise. And it's so fun to practice stretching the dough with your hands, which, by the way, I have to say, I'm getting better and better every time, which is so cool! I also made garlic and lemon beef tips a couple of times, these times being aware of the lemon juice. The first time I overdid it, so it turned out a bit too lemony, but these times I was more aware of that, and this dish turned out so good. This is an amazing workday recipe, as it's super quick, but man oh man is it yummy, especially if you like garlic. Yum! I made it once when my dad was visiting me, and as we say it in Lithuanian, we all licked our fingers after eating it. The next recipe in line is mozzarella in carrozza. It's even funny when I think how many times I made it already. You'll never know the joy of an adult who newly learned how to make a grilled cheese sandwich and found just how much she loves it. I was making it over and over and over again, and never did my husband complain, as clearly he loved it as much as I did. I did change the recipe up from time to time, adding this or that, but no matter what, the cheesy, gooey inside was mesmerizing us every single time. Love this recipe and will be repeating it over and over again, as I don't think I'll ever get bored of it. Sweet zeppole is also no stranger in our home, as it's such an easy and quick recipe, yet it looks so fun and it's so addictive in the end. It's great when you have people over, as it's really easy to make a big batch of them and they look really cute and presentable. We became big fans of sweet zeppole, and as simple as it may seem to you if you've never tried it before, I'd urge you to try them out. There's just something about those little cute Italian donuts that makes you fall in love with them. I've mentioned this a few times already in the past, as I'm a big fan of chicken cacciatore, and now I'll mention it again. I just love this dish. No matter if I make it with wine or with chicken stock, it's as tasty. The chicken is so juicy and flavorful in the end, it literally falls apart and melts in your mouth. And that sauce, if you dip a piece of fresh bread into it, or if you drizzle it over the rice, it's just heavenly. If I had to make a list of my favorite main dishes, this would definitely be there. Such a flavorful and tasty dish. I'm so glad you seem to love this category as much as I do, because I truly believe that it reveals the most about all the recipes. Because if I am recreating something again, having in mind I am trying a new recipe every single day, then it must mean something really good about that recipe, right? So that will be all for today, and I really hope that this video was helpful, as I make these kinds of videos with the idea to give you kind of like inspiration, maybe where to start if you haven't already and are maybe hesitant, because there are so many great recipes that I can totally relate with this overwhelming feeling you might have or get, I guess, when you just cannot choose which recipe to try, because every single time I watch a new episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm like, I have to try that, like now. Everything looks so good and tasty that, I don't know, but little by little, I'll do that. I have to believe that just to calm myself down. So if you like this video, I will leave the link in the description box of the full playlist of them, because this one is actually already the 5th one. Every single time I try 30 new recipes, I kind of, I don't know, like make a little break and make a video like this one, where I just look back at, I guess, my accomplishments, I don't know, just remember all the goodness and possibly give you an idea and help choose your next recipe to try. Oh, and you know what? Actually, oh, so good that I didn't forget. I wanted to ask what your favorites are, because sometimes you mention, and I always mark them, and whenever time comes to actually trying that recipe, I feel like it's so much more special, because I already know that it's someone's or either favorite or one of their favorites. It's so cool. Oh, and another thing I wanted to mention is that I'm already in Lithuania, if you haven't watched the latest videos of mine, which means that if you had an idea to send me a letter or a postcard and say hi, this would be the perfect time, because I'm actually here and I love handwritten letters. I'm intending to reply every single one of you, because I just love it so much, and it's so nice to go myself and take them myself. So anyways, I will be here up until mid-August, I believe, or maybe even the end of it, because it all depends actually on the Iranian weather. This here is running away from Iranian heat. So anyways, I think I should stop chatting. I really should stop that, because I already can feel so much editing ahead. Anyways, I will leave all the links of all the recipes I've mentioned in the description box down below, as well as all the other important info, as always. Thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun today. So much. Subscribe if you haven't, not to miss my future videos, because I am posting every second day, and I'll see you in a day. Bye!